Well, yeah, we're going to talk about branding today, my friends. I'm actually this is a little bit, I've taken my whole vault and I redid it ever so slightly. And so once I get into it, you guys are going to be really excited about it and for multiple reasons. So I want you guys to, I hope you have your phones. I hope you guys maybe have a laptop. I hope you guys have something to write with. Not you, Chelsea, you're driving, so you stay focused. Hello, Eddie. Good morning. But what I do want to talk today, you guys, about branding. It's something that most people never figure out. And if I have it my way, I want you guys to leave here fully focused and with complete vision on your branding. Is that cool with you guys?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so there's a couple of different scenarios that I really want to walk you guys through. I'm going to pull all my notes up here. I have 4 pages of notes. Again, hi Adele. I went into my trainings that I've done about branding, and I also have a complete questionnaire guide for you guys. I'm going to drop it in the chat, Mary Helen. Don't let me forget to do that towards the end. Can you hear me?
Say that again. Drop it in the chat, and I didn't hear what else you said.
Yeah, if you would just remind me, kind of do that towards
Okay.
the end. I don't want to send it to you guys right now because I don't want you guys to start doing it, but it's actually in depth. I'll show it to you really quickly. But it's something that, as a business coach, I've walked people through, and it's been, hi, Douglas, it's been a game changer. And so it literally is here. I'll show it to you guys. And then that way, you guys can see really what it looks like. Thumbs up. Mary Helen, can you see that?
Yep. It
Okay.
says, well, wait, it says audience window. Something just went on.
Oh, okay. Let me move this. So, okay, perfect.
There we
You
are.
see that?
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
So I'm just going to go through this. I'm not going to go through it. I'm just going to show it to you really quickly, but it takes you through everything that you do. It'll ask you, it's full, if you guys are not shocked by the fact that I have a whole entire guide full of questions for you. So your vision and your mission, your personal connections, your impact and your legacy, passion for your branding, what excites you, creating it, your brand personality, what are your values, what are your principles. Then I listed some of the top principles that I have found in business owners and professionals. You'll go through those. Another quote for you, how to stand out, your customer, your niche, visual connections, and then your brand experience. Okay. So I want you guys to have this on me. All right. I'm not going to charge you guys for it, but you can have that on me if you guys promise me that it won't just become desk paper. Are y'all cool
Great.
with that?
Yes.
Y'all cool with that? Okay, yay. So I want to talk to you guys about branding. Good morning, Pamela. Hello, Suzanne.
Morning, Robbie. Good morning.
Um, good morning. Good morning. I want to talk to you guys about standing out because, like the other day, I was telling Brian, I said, the other day I came to the training and I said to you guys, can I defend the sellers? Do you guys remember that? And I think there's a lot of things that I'm good for here because A, I'm not your competitor. B, I'm not a real estate agent anymore. I was for 7 years, but I come as a human. And so my heart for you guys with this training is that I really want you guys to be set apart, not just see I see purpose, but for you as a human, because there's over 3 million active agents in the United States of America. Are they all practicing? We don't know, and that doesn't matter. But what I want is you guys to be the star. And it's only until you ask yourself, why is it important for me to be the star? Do you understand the tail end of the guide that I just showed you is legacy, impact. What are you going to leave behind? Transactions is great. It's what I shared. If you guys follow me on my Insta of that guy, I shared the story and I was bawling. The world is better when we're rich, my friends. And he was going behind all elderly people in grocery stores, and they would go into their purse, or they would, at 80, 90 years old, go into their pocket to pull out their wallet, and he would come around him and tap the thing with his credit card and walk off. And they're like, what? And he would just start paying for all the groceries. That's legacy. So why is it important that you brand yourself? And I'm going to try not to get emotional when I talk about these things, but because you want messages to come in long after you're done selling real estate. You want people to talk about you long after you're done selling real estate. You want letters and cards and DMs long after you're done selling real estate. Okay. You guys understand what I'm saying there? So, yes, I want you to be the number one producer. I mean, duh. Yes. But I also want to sandwich it with your legacy. I also want to sandwich it with, why do people feel safe with you? Okay. Are we cool with that, you guys? And so to be able to step into this training is going to require a lot of humility. And false humility says, oh, I don't need to be famous, and I don't need to be the biggest producer. I don't need to be Ryan Serhant. You know what? You do, actually. People need someone they can trust. People actually, in the world we live today, need someone they can follow. Y'all know that, right? And you, as a real estate agent, y'all know more about those sellers or buyers than most people in their life. They may be going through a divorce. They may have just gotten a divorce. Maybe they're empty nesters moving out of their house. Maybe they're just got married and they saved up all this money. Maybe they've been denied 3 times for a mortgage and they don't want to tell anyone that because they're embarrassed by it. We don't know. But being a real estate agent is more than transactions. Would anybody agree with me in that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, okay, let's start on this. Here's what I've got a lot of questions for you guys today. Okay. What I want you to think about, I'm going to open up the chat so I can see it. What I want you guys, thank you, Mary Helen. Yes, Tiffany, I'll drop the thing in the chat. What I want you guys to think about right now is the actual names. Without cheating, don't go to your social, don't go look, don't go do any of that. Just right now, drop some names of some real estate agents that you know off the top of your head.
Like on the chat, or do we write it down?
In the chat.
Names or their brand?
Whatever's popping in your mind. And they don't even have to be CIC, just agents. Grant Cardone, says Pam. Mark Spain, said Heather. Mark Spain, said Adele. Ramey Teeters. Eddie, Adele, Mitchell, Serhant, Tracy Miles, Frederick Eklund, Rhonda Brown, Mona Lisa, Leslie. Now I'm going to squeeze it a little bit more. Mary Helen, not that you know personally.
I like to watch them as agents.
He's the cowboy of real estate. Okay.
That's literally his Instagram name. That's why I know it.
It is his
Cowboy
Instagram
Rhythm.
name. Yeah.
It is.
So actually, it's not his Instagram name, it's his brand.
Ah, that one got me.
If you look at some of these, I'll even go with Mary Helen. I'll go with Mary Helen because what's Mary Helen's brand?
Hot pink
Her
color.
pink, yeah.
Love it.
I'll go with Eddie Jackson, which he's muted today, but what's Eddie Jackson's brand that we know sitting here on these screens? Blue Whale. Okay. You guys said Ryan Serhant.
Yeah.
Do you know him or do you know his brand?
There's an agent here that uses their team, and I think they're so awesome. It's their brand.
Okay. What I'm saying to you guys is you don't know a ton of agents. Did you guys pick up on that? You guys actually struggled to maybe put 1, 2, 3, maybe 5. Some of you guys went where it's comfortable and spoke of the CIC agents that you know. But at the end of the day, you guys kind of said all the big same people. Why? Because most agents blend in. They just blend in with the rest. Grant Cardone has a brand. Sarah Hunt has a brand. So if you at the cowboy agent, the red carpet realtor, Blue Whale, there's a brand. I want you guys to remember that. Even who said the cowboy? Who was it that said that?
I did.
Okay, Natalie, I would put money on the table that you might not even know his full name, but you know he's the cowboy agent.
Yeah, because I'm always watching his videos on how like he finds houses deals on houses where you can just put $0 to $100 down, and he
Okay.
helps agents find that.
Okay.
And he's always wearing a felt hat most of the time. So
Perfect. Perfect. So hear me, you guys. Is it always about your logo? No. Is it always about your brokerage? Never. Is it even about your name? No. It's about one thing. It's about what people think about when they see you. Flip it even more. It's about what people think about when they see a blue whale, when they see a cowboy hat, when they see you want them to think about you. If I can represent humanity, literally agents blend in. And as a business coach, I will drive around my area and I'm like, oh, sis, I can't even read your sign. B, I don't even know what your face is. Like you're just another name. I better hope to God you love the house. Because ultimately, what you guys want is for people to be, hi, Jonathan, to be so proud that they did business with you. Okay. So we're going to go into number 1, the power of your branding. Okay. I want you guys to think about this. Go with me here. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. The power of a brand. Your brand is the emotion people associate with you. The emotion, okay? I want you to think about Starbucks. It's not the best coffee in the world, literally at all. What's Starbucks about, you guys? Hi, Tim. It's not about the coffee. What is Starbucks about?
they're nice cups. They're aesthetic.
Their environment.
Their
culture.
Ambiance of the store.
There we go. Ambiance, culture, environment. What word can we associate with those things?
Brand.
Brand. The experience of Starbucks. Okay. It sure ain't about the coffee. Now let's think about this. What is this about?
Apple.
What's it about?
Technology.
It's a status symbol.
It's another culture. It's about
Did I hear somebody say I heard tech. What was the second one that I heard? Oh, a status symbol. Somebody said that.
Status symbol, yes.
Okay. What else is Apple? Is Apple really techie? Let's be honest.
Simple, simplicity.
Simplicity, lifestyle, innovation. Apple is not a tech company. Okay, what about these guys?
Honestly, all I can think about is beer.
Okay, perfect. What else?
Adventure.
Who said adventure? That
was-
is one. That is one, Jonathan. That is one of their biggest underlying brands. That word. What else?
Sturdy.
Way too heavy.
Way too heavy.
Agreed.
Very pricey.
confidence.
Confidence.
Premium.
Premium. They're not changing for anyone, and they're not just about coolers, you guys. What about these guys?
Oh, I have an idea.
Cookies.
Who said cookies? Yes, Adele, they are not just a hotel. Adele, what kind of cookies?
I used
Hot
to work on
chocolate chip ooey gooey
chocolate chip
cookies.
cookie.
That's exactly right.
Hot
See
and
how y'all
warm.
know that? See how y'all know that? You guys, and I just chose these three. You guys know these brands. What I wanted to put up here, and if I had a little psh, psh to spray into your screen, I would. But does anybody know the hotel brand that you can smell? There's a scent to it. I'm going to move you guys over here so I can see you. The Sheridan lines.
Oh.
Every Sheridan smells the same. Okay. Why am I showing you guys this? Because I want you guys to remember you have to decide what your warm chocolate chip cookie or your premium is, or your lifestyle or bouginess is. What's the one thing that people will remember you for when they think about real estate? I want you to think about that for just a second. I asked you to have a piece of paper. I want you to start writing right now. What are some things? There was a real estate agent that if you bought a house from him, you got tacos for a year every Tuesday. Think about that. What is Rio known for if you buy a house from him?
Blackstone.
Blackstone Grills.
Yeah.
Blackstone Grills. Okay. I want you to start writing down today. If you could just say, today I'm going to brand myself. I'm going to do this today. I'm starting brand new. Doesn't matter where I've been. It doesn't matter who I've been. None of that matters to me. I'm going to start my branding fresh today. Just start writing down some, I just lost you guys. Just start writing down some things that you guys want to make your warm, fuzzy chocolate chip cookie. And then I'm going to take a complete right turn. For those of you that don't downplay my branding training, like I helped Rio with Blackstones, and every single one of you have picked up on it. So I'm going to take myself out of this training. And this is the training I'm going to do. All of you should get this book. All of you should learn Brand It Like Sirhant. All of you. But let's talk about his blueprint, because he's not just a real estate agent, you guys. He's a brand. And I can tell you, if I ever move to New York City, you can bet your hiney I'm going to this office. Not only did it go to TV, but you got to remember, he didn't become who he is because of TV. It's who he is, which is why TV found him. You guys see that? He built a brand long before Netflix found him. All of you should order this book. He built his brand from the ground up. And I want you guys to know, Ryan will tell you, people don't follow boring. They follow bold. They follow you as a human. He also says your brand is your reputation. What people say about you when you're not in the room. All right, so I went through his stuff. And we're going to talk about his 4 brand truths. Do y'all want to know what they are? Thumbs up. If we can't learn from Ryan, we ain't learning from anyone. Fair? Okay. So let's talk about his 4 brand truths from his book. Number 1, you, capital Y, capital O, capital U, are the brand. Let's be honest. You're not selling homes. You're not selling real estate. You're not selling condos. You're not selling townhouses. You are selling you every single day. Ryan says before they buy from you, they have to believe in you. Jonathan, I know you're a huge Ryan fan. Do you know if he's naturally that gray, or is that part of his brand?
He is naturally that gray.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, his hair changed when he was like 20, I think 23 or 24. I don't like knowing that, but yeah.
No, I think that's, and let's be honest, Jonathan, it's probably part of his brand. Because
It's an easily, just like Mary Helen, everything's pink. He's easily identifiable. His blue and his silver hair.
There you go. And notice the colors he has on this book. And what did Jonathan just say? His blue and his silver colored hair. Okay. So I have 2 questions for you. What makes people trust you specifically? And I don't want you guys, please hear me. Like, I want you guys to get off of this training and your whole entire business change. Please don't be surfacey. Literally think, what makes people trust you specifically? Please don't say, well, because I'm a really nice person and I'm fun. Like, literally think about that. What makes them trust you specifically? Write these things down.
Right.
Then number 2, when someone describes you, what do they say? Write down 3 words, you guys, for each one, if you can, that describe you. So say, for example, for me, I'm super bougie. I'm very funny. I'm very strong. I'm confident. I'm monochromatic. I'm always in athleisure. And I love me some cheetah. Okay, write down some words. All right, let's go to number 2. Ryan says you must stand out or you will get forgotten. That's not Robbie, that's Ryan. He says the only way to start standing out is to stop blending in. I'm going to say that again. The only way to start standing out is to stop blending in. So if your social media looks like every other agent's, you're invisible. Your just listed, just sold post, Ryan calls them white noise. Don't get mad at me. Take it up with Mr. Ryan Serhant.
Sorry, what was the last one, Robbie?
Your just listed and just sold post are white noise.
Okay.
Okay?
Sometimes the truth hurts.
Sure, sure. So what do we do instead? Show your face. If you guys are part of my CIC Instagram group, I've sent you some of these agents. I'm so obsessed with their vibe and their funny videos in their houses. And listen, you may not be the chick that cusses as she's going through the house, but her following has tripled. That's her vibe. You may not be the agent that sits on the counter and talks about the parties that you could have at that and mix the cocktails, but that's her vibe. You may not be the guy that dances through the whole house, but that's his vibe. See, here's the thing. If you guys know anything about Viralish, that's what she teaches people to do. The crazier you can be, the more people follow you. If you even look, I was all up in Ryan Serhant's business preparing this training for you guys. And you can see his progression. Jonathan, again, I'm going to come to you. You're a big follower of his. Can you not see his progression has gone from a little bit serious to funny on his social media? You see that, Mary Helen? You've seen it too? He has. Somebody has told him, you got to be funny. You got to be relatable. So I want to ask you guys, show your story, show your energy, show your behind the scenes that make your clients be like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with her. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with him. They can trust you because you're actually human. So I'm going to ask you a question. What's one story, passion maybe, or maybe a little quirk that would make you memorable? Think about that. Are you the hiking agent? Are you the football mom? Are you a foodie who knows every neighborhood restaurant? Eddie, as I was making this training, I was even thinking, have you ever researched, Eddie, the girl named Ocean Ramsey?
No, I'll definitely do that.
So if you guys haven't seen The Shark Whisperer on Netflix, obsessed. Number one, the way she has branded herself, she's got millions of followers now. But Eddie, I was watching her this weekend since the Netflix show. She believes God put her on the planet to stay in the water with sharks. Like she's the only one in history that will swim with great white sharks and swim with bull sharks. And now they all come up to her. She's named 320 sharks. And they know when she's in the water and they come and they put their nose on her face. Like it's crazy. Eddie, I was thinking about you with Blue Whale. Go watch Ocean Ramsey.
I will.
Because you too could create a brand about blue whales.
That's good. Thank you.
There's more I could tell you. You can tell I'm pausing because I've thought about this for you. Okay. But if you think about these things, what is one little quirky thing? Think about these things really quickly. Is anybody on here a Peloton fanatic? No? That was, y'all, I have made 6 figures being a Peloton fanatic. Did y'all know that? People would buy from me because we're Peloton sisters. And they became a customer for 10 years.
I have a confession 101. I hope nobody reports me, but I'm hiding. I'm hiding about 5 chickens and a rooster in my backyard where I'm not supposed to have any chickens or roosters in this neighborhood.
So you might not want to make that your brand because somebody could turn you in. But I like it. If you were in a place where it was okay, that would be a great brand, Natalie. You're going along the right vibes. We just don't want to say that they're in your backyard. But
No, nor where the city I live in.
but what you could do with that, okay, let my brain go, Robbie GPT, right? If you love chickens, for whatever reason you love chickens, Natalie, then you could make every single thing about, but if I did that, I would have chickens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? When they walk up to their door and there's a carton of eggs because I love chickens. See, it's at this stovetop that I would make eggs because I love me some chickens.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Right? See? Douglas thinks
And it's such a visual thing. They could just look at the dozen eggs and say, "Oh, there she is."
Yep.
The only reason I have them is because I'm trying to force myself into speaking it into existence to have my land, to have my nice chicken coop. And so I forced my man's best friend to let me have 4 chickens, and I ended up with 5.
Okay, but hold on, Natalie. I want you to write down why chickens. I want you to write down why the land, okay? Go to your paper with that and begin to write that down because that could be your brand.
Well, yeah, because I also want to specialize in land real estate and
Perfect.
farm real estate. So I want to, now that you said that, I want to incorporate something like that. I'm like, oh, you want to own land with your chickens running around or something, make something out of it.
So we all know sourdough bread, right, is on the rise. So I have a client. Her business has 10x'd. She makes sourdough bread. Yay! So does everyone else in the world at every farmer's market now. Yay, girl. Do you know what she now makes that makes her stand out and she sells out like clockwork? Protein sourdough bread. She uses beef tallow and one loaf has 87 grams of protein. No one else does that.
It's amazing.
Uh-huh. So guess what she is? She's sought after. Do you ship? Like we've been through all of that, okay? I want you to
where is she
think.
located?
I want you to think deeper, okay? Let's go to number 3. Consistency creates credibility. Ryan Serhant shows up the same way. What color? What color, y'all? Jonathan said it. Who caught it?
Silver and blue.
Blue.
Every single time on every single platform, sharp, confident, polished, positive, every single part of him. That's not by accident. That's branding. That's branding. His quote is, your consistency builds your confidence, and your confidence is going to build the conversion. I'm going to say that again. Your consistency is what builds your confidence, and your confidence is what builds the conversion. I love that he says this right here. If your online and your offline selves don't match, people aren't going to trust you. Again, don't get mad at me. This is why I'm taking a right turn and I'm all up in his book like gravy. Your photos, your tone, your energy should all feel the same. Okay? If you're having a bad day, don't get on your Insta story. If you're having a bad time in your marriage, don't post it on Facebook. If the flu came through town and you're sick and your chickens are sick and your kids are sick and your toe is sick and your husband's about to get sick and your dog's next, don't post it on Facebook. Please, dear God. Okay? Figure out, like, y'all have no idea how bad I wanted to post about this whole King's March this weekend. You know, raise your hand if you want to know why I did not. Because it's not my brand. It's not my brand. Okay? So here's 2 questions for you. When people see your name on their little Insta story or on the gram or on the book or threads or whatever you're part of, when people see your name or your face, let me ask you a question. This is huge. What do they expect to see? What do they expect to see? Oh, God, she just listed another house. Oh, boy, he just sold a property somewhere.
Would it be good to ask, ask each other at some point outside of this, what do you see when you see my stuff? That way you know what you're portraying right now and you can figure out whether or not it's actually what you want to portray or not.
Yep. I would say that's a personal phone call for sure, or a personal ping on Basecamp, because some people don't put Crisco on their shoulders and we want to protect each other from handing a basket of offense and somebody eating it. Okay. But if you want to really know, I think Jonathan's onto something. So, for example, the amount of people that tell me, I get up every day and I watch your stories because I never know what you're going to say. You always make me laugh. And you inspire me to get up off the couch. You make me laugh. You're always, I hear that. That's what I want people to expect. And it's the same every day. Number 2, do your last 9 Instagram posts, write down the number 9. This is branding. Do your last 9 Instagram posts match who you really are? This is going to be huge for y'all. Because all some of you guys might be posting our homes. This is why reels are so important. I expect to see Jonathan's kids in every single thing that I look at. And if his kids aren't in there, I'm looking for his kids. Whether they're showing up to a listing with him, whether they're helping him put the sign in the yard, it doesn't matter. I watch the whole thing. I expect Mary Helen to show up to a Zoom with pink on. I expect it. I expect Eddie Jackson's glasses to match his outfit. I expect it. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So go look at your last 9 Instagram posts and see if they match who you really are. Number 4, sell the vision, not the product. So if you look through Ryan's stuff, he will say over and over and over and over, sell the vision, not the product. Ryan doesn't sell properties, he sells possibilities. I want to say that again. Ryan doesn't sell properties, he sells possibilities. He makes his clients, this is out of his mouth, he makes his clients feel, remember, this is about FEEL, feel like they're stepping into the next level of their life. So you're not helping someone move into an apartment, you're helping someone begin a new chapter. You're not helping someone get rid of the house where they raised their kids. You're helping someone shine in the empty nesting season. You're not helping someone buy a larger home. You're helping someone elevate for another bedroom to expand their families. He helps and makes his clients feel like they're stepping into the next level. He says, I don't sell real estate. I sell the dream of what your life could look like. That's huge. I don't sell real estate, he says. I sell the dream of what your life could look like. I'm going to let that sit on you guys for a minute. That's huge. You guys should do the same, my friends.
May I ask a question, Robbie?
Yes.
I've been a magician my whole life. Before I was into real estate, I was performing in theme parks.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me for that. And I thought of Douglas Converse, magician, creating magic and possibilities in the lives of others. How does that sound?
Perfect. Perfect. That's easy for you. That's what you know. That's your brand. That's what you've done.
Well, yeah, and I do some wonderful things in listing presentations where I'll take like a 3x5 card and I'll write a number down on it and then place it face down on the table. And I'll say to the clients, to the sellers, in a perfect world, how much do you want in net, right down to the very penny? And they'll say like $127,250.27. And I'll turn over the 3x5 and that's the number I wrote down.
Oh, wow. You know, Douglas, have you seen that? Next time I see it, I'm going to send it to you. It's a reel, and it portrays that we're all magicians. But you hold a Post-it note. Have you guys seen this? And you ask that person questions. The first question is a waster question. That's going to give you the answer to the second question. And so you ask the second question, they give it to you, and you hand them this Post-it note. You're basically a question ahead, and you hand them the Post-it notes, and all of the answers were correct that you wrote down. It's the funniest thing ever, Douglas. Those are the kind of things that you could do. I'll have to find it.
I can do that all day long. It's called mentalism. That's my specialty.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Do you guys see that's comfortable for him? That's what he's done. 7 kids is comfortable for Jonathan. Pink is comfortable for Mary Helen. Blue whale and glasses matching his outfit is comfortable for Eddie Jackson. Do you guys see that? Okay. All right. So here's what I want to ask you. What vision are you selling? Because you're not helping people buy a house. Remember, Ryan says, I don't sell real estate. I sell the dream of what your life could look like. So you're not helping people buy a house. You're helping them go into a new season. So what vision are you selling? Is it luxury? Maybe stability? Maybe empty nesting? Maybe living in a new community? Maybe a retirement community? Maybe it's new beginnings. Shay, you and I's conversation on base camp. Maybe it's new beginnings. Does that sit with you?
Funny, there's a whole, like, I live at the moment with my new beginnings with old people, my mom and my stepdad, and they are in their 80s. And I have so much material inside my head of the funny things that happen. And I was a nurse for geriatric patients. And so I just know that there's something in there. And that's why my specialty, I got my senior real estate specialist. So all these things are like coming together for me, like, you know, people that need to sell, they've been in their house for 50 years or whatever. Those are new beginnings. And I have such a heart for the older generation. And so I just need to pull it all together.
Yes.
That's
yes.
wonderful.
As
That's,
soon
that's
as
great,
it,
Shane.
Yeah,
it is. As soon
my heart. Like I love babies. I'm gonna be a grandma in April, and like I love all the different ages, but there is something that I have learned by living with people that I help them with their iPhone every day, even though I've shown them 3 times. You know, I
yeah.
fix the remotes, I do all the things, and I'm like, what am I doing here? I can't wait to, like, you know, be in my own place again. But I am right where I'm supposed to be, and I find that every day, you know, with these older people. And so that's, I've just got to incorporate all that. And I'm a light pink girl too. So I've had that in my.
Well, I want you to think of how vulnerable, and again, I'm not going to expose our conversation, but we've chatted on base camp, new beginnings, right? So think about how much that would mean. Think of how much you could really share with that. Think of how much material that you naturally have.
It's a lot.
You see what I'm saying? So
Great.
listen,
I love that I do.
what I want you guys to see is this isn't hard. It's already in you.
Yeah.
It should be easy for you. It's already in you.
This has been great, Robbie. Thank you so much.
Yes,
It's been
yes.
right in front of me. You're right. It's been right in front of me.
Yeah. It always is. It always is.
And it's my passion.
So let's go to section 3. Number 3, branding you. I'm gonna help you guys for just a minute. And I want to ask you guys 4 things. Well, the 4th one is going to be a you finish the sentence. I want you guys to work on these things. I'm going to give you a few minutes with these things because I really want you to think. Douglas had an epiphany. Shay is like, oh my God, it's kind of all coming to me. I think some of you guys are feeling oh, okay. It's not that difficult. Again, whether it was Peloton for me in the season, whether it was being a football mom. There was a season that my brand was about having boys that are 7 years apart. It could alter every 10 years. It could whatever, but it's already something, you guys, that is easy for you to talk about. Okay. Number 1, what is let me pull this up. What is your S moment? If you ripped open your shirt, like Ryan just did, what would be underneath? Is it a word? Is it a symbol? Is it a slogan? Is it your energy? Think about that for just a second. You don't have to share it with me. I want you guys to write these things down. What is your S moment? Number 2, what emotion do people feel after they have interacted with you? Think about that. Is it safe? Is it inspired? Is it energized? Do they feel calm with you? Do they feel excited? These are things that people have already said to you. It's nothing you have to fabricate or identify or define yourself. It's things people have already said to you. Number 3, what story do you tell? Whether it's intentionally or accidentally. And does it align with who you want to be known as? And listen, if the answer is no, then we can change it. You guys will be shocked how moving your brand is ever so slightly done with consistency. Then number 4, I want you to finish this sentence. When people think of real estate, I want them to think of fill in the blank. All right. So we know Ryan. We know the cowboy guy that you guys just talked about. We know these people not because they're obnoxious, not because they're loud. It's because they're super clear. Their brand is so easy to identify. So please hear me. I want to say this to you guys from someone who needs an agent to sell a house, because I'm not an agent. From someone who needs an agent to buy a house, because I'm not an agent. The world doesn't need another real estate agent, my friends. The world needs you, your heart, your brand, your vision, your vibe, your energy, that version of you that stands for something that gives me a place to belong. Go back to Shay. If I am moving into a new beginning, empty nesting season, and I know that's what she does. Oh, that's what she does, babe. We got to call this lady because she promises new beginnings to people like me. And I'm already so sad, and I'm already getting rid of the house that I raised my kids in. But she's really good at doing that. You see that? It makes you safe. When you know your brand and you are clear, confident, and consistent, those 3 C's will never go away. Ever, ever, ever. Whether it's your communication, whether it's your emails, whether it's your voice messages, or whether it's your branding. Clarity, confidence, and consistencies. No one has to shop around, you guys. They will know instantly that you're the one for them. So think of your 3 brand words. What are those 3 brand words for you? And what is your brand statement? Let me go to this brand statement that I use. Hold on a second. Hold on, let me find this. Okay, I'm going to put this in the comments. For you guys. I help blank by blank. I help blank blank by blank. For example, I help families find a peace of mind by simplifying the buying process and making it fun again. Shay, I help empty nesters find a new beginning for a new place to call home by making them feel safe to leave all they've ever known. You're welcome. Okay. Now, I'm going to quote Ryan Serhant. If you don't define your brand, the world will define it for you. And you may not like what they decide. But it's fair. And I want to say this to you guys. This will be the greatest time of your life to brand you. Because you have everything that it takes. No one can duplicate you. No one can duplicate your energy, your passions, your love, your story, your name. You literally are the walking billboard for your business. Okay. So back to this guy. Every single one of you guys should go get his book. I mean, if I was a real estate agent, I would for sure. Okay. All right. I saw some hands raised. Did we have some questions, you guys? Oh, let me drop also that PDF. I'm gonna gift you guys this. Hold on a second.
I didn't have a question, but I wrote in the chat that I was typing in ChatGPT the ideas that you were asking, and it seems like ChatGPT knows me better than, you know, some people I could call and ask about myself.
Isn't that how it always goes? And that's a really good, that is a really good thing. If only if you spend a lot of time on ChatGPT.
Yes, exactly.
You can ask it. Hold on a second. Can you guys see that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can ask it based off what you know about me. What would you say my brand is? Only if you spend a lot of time. This book right here, this is a workbook that I put together for my business clients. I'm going to give this to you guys. Only ask for it if you will use it. By no surprise, it's jacked full with questions. Okay? But you guys are more than welcome to it. You can have it.
Great.
All right. Any questions, you guys?
Yeah, Robbie. Sorry, am I good? Can you hear me?
I'll wait.
Yes. Hi, Chelsea.
Sorry. Hi, sorry. By the way, I wasn't talking when I first got on because my husband was in the truck with me.
It's okay.
But I did wave. But yeah, no, I just had a question. Like when it comes to authenticity, which is huge and something that a lot of people definitely know me for. When it comes to posting, sometimes I have a hard time, I feel like, keeping up. Do you ever schedule your posting?
I do.
In advance? Yeah.
I do. You can't schedule them on Facebook, but you can schedule them on Instagram. I have days, Chelsea, and today is a day for me. I time block like from 2 o'clock to about 4 o'clock, and all I do is make content.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, all I do is make content, and I'll go in and two things, Chelsea. It's not so much the scheduling that stresses us out. It's the having to create content to put up. So like this morning, I woke up with about 8 reels that I've already done. And I just know, and I'm in the habit, Chelsea, as soon as I'm done with my work, I'm pointing over here because I have a huge office, my gym office. As soon as I'm done over here working out, I post my reel. It just triggers my brain. That's something I'm in the habit of. But yeah, there's sometimes if I'm traveling, I will schedule my reels to hit in the morning.
Okay.
But I make
Thank
content
you. Yeah.
beforehand. And again, you guys, you got to remember the amygdala reticular activating system. As soon as you say, I want to make content for my brand, you'll be like I was this morning, hiking at a level 15, dying. And I had all these ideas. And so I just start speaking into my notes so that I remember it.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah. Sometimes it's like just not the right moment, and I'll be like, well, why didn't I post that later or something? So yeah, no, it's definitely smart.
But can I give you guys one of my little secrets about social media? Anybody want it?
Yes.
Of
Yes,
course.
absolutely.
So I will actually get on Instagram and I just watch reels. And one that catches my eye, pause. I'm like, how can I make that about me? Ooh. And I make it. Then I may go change my shirt and come back and keep scrolling. Ooh, I could do that one. Literally, I will watch them and go, how can I make that about me? Versus, let me, this will help you guys. Versus thinking, how do I come up with these reels? How do I do that? I literally watch reels. I'm like, pause, I love that. I'm going to redo it. Where's the audio? Let me do it. Let me go change my shirt. Let me put my hair back. Or sometimes I make 5 in the same outfit. I don't care.
And Robbie, sometimes for me, I do that a lot too. And I'll just send it to myself. Like if I'm not in a position to, duplicate or make it my own, or even if it was a song that I was like, oh, that song would be brilliant if I said this when that was playing. I just send it to myself through text and to my own text to myself. I see, and I can go back through them when you do have more time.
So Shay, if you go in your Instagram, you go to save. I have an envelope that says reels to do.
Okay.
So I just save it in that all the time. But
Do you
I
do
have
that for
gotten,
TikTok too?
do what?
Do you do that for TikTok too? Because I have a lot of good stuff.
Listen, I've been kicked off TikTok twice now. After I grew a massive following, I'm kind of done with them.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of done with TikTok, to be honest. I feel like TikTok, this is just my own personal vent. TikTok has given me everything for free. So I've made a ton of money on Facebook. So I stay very true to Facebook and to Instagram. Facebook number 1, Instagram number 2. Those of you that are my age, 54, your hotspot is Facebook, by the way, FYI.
I'm a Facebooker.
Yep.
Yeah. I think
If you're young, you're Instagram or TikTok. I'm telling you, I've made a fortune on Facebook.
But wait, what if my clients are older?
Facebook.
Okay.
Our generation is on Facebook.
They're on Facebook. Yep.
Ironically, where I started was Facebook, so that's why that makes me laugh.
Yeah, so Chelsea, I went into Instagram. I have done really, really well on Instagram. And then I went into TikTok. And the second time I built a massive following on TikTok and they just turned my account off. I'm like, I'm done with TikTok. So where do I produce a harvest? Where do I make a ton of money? Facebook. So I went back to Facebook.
No, it makes sense. I know that empathy. I actually had the same original Facebook before the business one since I was 18. So I don't know, 18 years, whatever. But I got hacked and they shut it off, and it took me months. I begged and pleaded because the hack was definitely horrible. But yeah, I had to start with a different name and everything for me to be able to get a new one.
Yeah.
I was so angry.
Yeah, sure. No, I get that.
But a huge thing for me about posting, and I think it's something you and I've talked about before, and maybe I just need to separately pay and have a conversation with you, but it's confidence. For some reason, Facebook, any post, like, and it's not myself, it's just like getting on social media is depressing to me.
Pick me. I know why psychologically.
Why?
Because you talk crap about people on Facebook.
Oh, it's good to know. I didn't know I did that.
If you judge people on Facebook who make posts or do reels or whatever, your brain's going to say, don't do that. Don't do that, because people are going to talk about you. There's not one person I've helped break through that wasn't the case. Who do they think they are? I can't believe they would post that. Oh, she looks ridiculous in that reel. Well, naturally, your brain's going to be like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's not safe for me.
That's funny. I've never thought that I do that, but
Facts.
thank you.
Okay. I have to go put some stuff at my door. Do y'all want to keep chatting and I'll be right back, or should I land the plane and say goodbye?
No, I was
Robbie,
Okay,
I
I'm
have
gonna.
one question.
Okay, will you give me like 3 minutes? I gotta go put somebody's at my door. Will you guys give me like 3 minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Pamela. You mentioned about how many reels to make, stories post. Do you have a number or weekly routine? You asked about that?
Yeah, I was wondering if somebody had like any sort of, I don't post a
This is
lot
on
and I
film.
don't
We're on
keep
film
up
right
with
now.
social media. So first of all, to start is,
I'm just gonna say it's all about consistency. It doesn't even really matter what you post, just as long as you're posting something and people are seeing you and your name's constantly popping up.
You know,
But I
whatever
also say, ask Chat GPT, like say,
Yes.
this is what I feel my branding is.
Yes.
This is the time I have. What is going to be the most beneficial with everything else that we have to do in this career for me to post on these sites and how often?
yeah.
And did you have a niche, Pamela?
I mean, no, I don't.
I would talk to ChatGPT about that first and figure out what your niche is.
think
Who do you
that-
want to help? Who are you targeting? Who's your audience? Like, do you
Yeah,
want to
weren't
help
you the one that lives in Florida too?
I'm not in Florida, no.
Oh, no, okay.
You know, if you're comfortable enough to, sorry, not to interrupt, if you're comfortable enough, and I think this for anyone, and I mean, you got to choose the people you're close to that will be honest with you. But like, I can't remember his name right now, the broker that's on here. Anyhow, if you're comfortable enough, I would say even kind of make a short text or email and send it to a handful of people besides ChatGPT and say, I need you to be real for me to build my business. Can you answer what you feel about these things about me? Like, what do you think of when you think of me? So, I mean, yeah, it could hurt a little bit, but it could help.
I did while we were in the chat, in the conference right now, in the meeting, I had been asking some people that really know me, you know, and they told me pretty much everything that ChatGPT told me. That's why I was like, okay, just go to ChatGPT, it's easier.
The only problem with ChatGPT is it's too nice to us. You have to tell it to be.
You can tell it, yeah.
You have to tell it to be honest.
Honest, so it doesn't just because otherwise it's the best like therapist, but it's useless because you're going to make no progress because it's like you're right, you're so right. Everything you did is beautiful. It's wonderful. You have to let it be a little confrontational with you, but you have to tell it to do that because it's like a little puppy dog where it doesn't want to upset you. So it's always
like
super
Robbie says,
gentle.
she yells at it.
Yes, and encourage it to yell back. It's
I
actually
agree.
kind of fun when it does that. It's kind of interesting when you tell it, like, be honest with me, fix me. I feel like I'm broken. Like, where do I need to get this act like put back together?
Oh, I am broken, but
we're listening.
Guys, how often do you post a week on Facebook? General call.
Oh, I post everything. I cross post. So my Instagram and my Instagram, everything syncs up with Facebook. So I'm doing 3 to 5 reels a week, and then I post the stories anywhere from 2 to 6 or 7 times a day.
Wow. Okay.
It's
And
annoying.
You don't
Are
do
there
actual
any
posts
books
though?
or any classes to get started? Because I'm just kind of like I understand the concept, but if I could just see a pattern or a system that I could follow.
Nah.
ChatGPT. Ask
It doesn't matter.
ChatGPT.
You can definitely ask ChatGPT, but also remember,
you,
it's just like real
Marilyn.
estate. We all sucked at it when we first started, but you just have to like bite the bullet and host an open house or show a house, and you'll suddenly start to figure it out the more you do it. It's just be okay with sucking really bad in the beginning and just keep doing it.
Yep.
You'll get better.
And people love authentic people.
Yes.
They do not
Somebody's gonna
want it.
like you.
Yeah, they're not scripted and all that. They don't want all that. They just want it authentic. So if you drop the phone in the middle of the video, keep it. You know, like they love that stuff. They're waiting for that. Like it makes them
Okay.
feel connected. You're real.
Beautiful. Thank you for the start, but I hope we meet weekly so I can check in with you guys because this is new to me. I mean, I understand the concept. I come from a theater background, so I'm kind of a perfectionist. I like to like rehearse for 5 weeks and then put on a show and open the curtain and make it perfect. And rather than this, this is like Facebook wants to show the rehearsal process and all the steps along the way and all the stumbling and.
Well, that's what people want, right? People show up on Facebook in hopes to see real life.
Yeah.
Nobody loves to see finished and polished. Really, truly, we scroll.
See you, Jonathan.
Bye, Jonathan. We
Bye,
scroll.
Jonathan. Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye.
All right. Any other questions for me, guys? Thanks for that little pause. I had to.
Wanted to
Well,
just shout out to
I
Pamela,
just-
if at all possible. Go ahead, Doug.
I put a little Facebook link in there in the beginning of the class, and that's just what happened was I was sitting in a restaurant and sitting at the bar, and two guys in the military asked me what I did, and I said I'm a magician, and they challenged me to show them something, and I had nothing with me.
Yeah.
So I took a napkin and 2 paper cups and did a magic routine and just blew them away. It's really funny.
Wow. Okay, so do stuff like that on social.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I could. Yeah, and plus it's fun for me.
Good.
I can't think of his name right now. You would probably know him. He's shoot. He's huge. He was
Chris guy that levitates and all that stuff.
No, he was one of my clients. I helped him launch his brand. Hold on, let me see here, you guys.
So just from everything you're talking about, not knowing how to start, it's just starting is the biggest obstacle. I mean, Ross Pratt will tell you, don't think about it, just do it.
Right.
Because the more you think, the harder it gets.
Fact.
Okay.
Sarah, Pamela, you had a question, my friend?
No, I wanted to give her something, but do you have a question as well?
No. It was about what Mary Helen was going to talk about. It.
Well, I know that you like the structure and give me something substantial to do. So CapCut is your biggest cheat piece you could ever use. And you make the option, it says make the video. And if you put it on your TikTok, which doesn't have to be, you can keep your TikTok private. So you can put it on TikTok that to not have the watermark, and then it saves to your phone. You load it. Then you can load it right back up on the CapCut and make sure you follow the laws of real estate that you have to follow. Then you can put the codes on there. Has diminished my time in making stuff to a third. Because I thought I had to be so creative and make everything on my own. Listen, people put it out there. I'm taking it from them. They put it there. I didn't steal it. They put it out there.
Also remember the amount of templates that you are provided with.
Yes.
All you got to do is put up 10 pictures and 2-3 second videos and it spits it out for you. Like I love to go trim my own stuff, but at the end of the day, y'all, there's no excuse as to why you can't make content.
Right.
But listen, and I know y'all are talking about content. Before you do content, figure out your brand. Figure out your brand first, because once you are so clear, it's the 3 C's. Once you're so clear and you're so confident about your brand, if you sit and you do like I do when I time block, and I go to my reels and I just watch, and I go like this, watch.
I'm the CEO.
Already done that one.
If you're a female on the top,
Oh, I could do that one.
like a chocolate cake.
Go through them. But listen, you're going to become audience when you're watching reels versus a creator who's looking for content. When you know your brand, it's so clear and you're so confident in it, then you can take any reel that you see and you can turn it to you. But let me remember what I just said. If you're not clear, then you become an observer. And you're now a Facebook watcher or a social media watcher.
Yeah, you have to watch with a goal in mind.
Correct.
An objective.
Got to know your brand.
So
Okay?
It's beautiful.
wanted
Robbie,
Yes, sir.
can we meet more often with this class? Because this is a really good topic, and I'd love to just if we could, consistently meet. I could.
So-
It's really wonderful because this is obviously the next step for me.
Yeah. Well, I told Aprilia and I were on the phone the other day, and I said the amount of agents that have asked me to help them brand themselves, which is why I put this. I actually changed today's calendar to this. So this, if I have it my way, Douglas, is one of 4 parts. So I want to spend the next 3 weeks talking about branding because I truly believe everyone is just blending in. And listen, I love you guys. Raise your hand if you know that I love you guys. I watch you on social and you're blending in. So if you want me to grill down on you like I did Rio and help him refine his brand, send me an Instagram message and I'll watch you. But listen, Rio never got offended at anything. His music, everything that he did, I was hard on him. So if you want me to watch that, I'd be happy to. Now hear me. This is what I said to Rio. When I get on social, I hope your face is also on social because I'm not going to go looking for you. I'm not your business. If I was your business coach, I will get up every day and I will go straight to your profile and I will give you critique. But at the end of the day, and there's nothing worse. Let me just tell y'all, my client that I just had, I shared my screen and I got her on her social media. There's nothing that you'll feel like someone's in your panty drawer. I pulled up her social media and I said, let's talk about your Facebook. She's like, I don't want to. I said, no, we're going to talk about your Facebook. But results don't lie. And so I'm not necessarily going to go to your Facebook or Instagram. So when I get on, I hope you show up, meaning what's one of the C's?
Consistent.
Consistency. Yes. Okay. So you send me a DM on Instagram and I'll give you feedback only with your permission. If you're easily offended and don't tell me what to do, then I'm probably not the person to watch you. Okay? But you can be right or you can be rich. Which one do you prefer?
Rich.
Thank you.
Okay, really fast, because I'm sure everybody wants to get going and I know I got a lot I got to get done too. But what does it say about me? And you might even tell me, Chelsea, we need more coaching for you. But I love following you. You're one of the few people I watch because I'm so busy, and that's just the truth, and probably not. We can talk about that later too. But I get excited when I watch you, but I also get nervous, intimidated because I'm like, how am I ever going to be at that level?
Do you want me to respond?
Yeah, like what I mean, and I'm not saying it like in a bad way. I know other people have told me that's not in a mean way either. It's like what there's something we're have to deal with, obviously, and being the person you are, I feel like you might know where to start with that.
Well, for starters, you have to decide you're not busy.
Right.
Nobody's busy because we get to choose our days.
Yes.
My days are intentional, and I can run circles around most people who think they're busy.
Yes, you can.
So at the end of the day, I want my day to be full and I want it to be intentional, even if it means my friend and I are going to the holiday market at 3:00 today. That's a full day for me. So for starters, Chelsea, you have to stop looking at yourself as so busy. I hear people say that all the time and they're not producing anything.
Right.
Busy people stay busy. Successful people stay intentional.
Yes.
And so we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Because Chelsea, if I was to buy the I'm busy excuse, I would say, well, Ryan Serhant must be bored out of his mind.
No, I agree.
Right? So first of
gotta
all, it's a mindset
thanks.
shift, you guys. It's got to be a mindset shift.
Okay.
Okay.
Robbie?
Yes. Does that
Yeah,
help you, Chelsea?
Oh, it definitely helps me. I mean, it definitely
me
helps.
too.
And like I said, I need to reach out to you more. I'm having all these energy issues lately and I'm going to all these doctors, but that's a whole nother story.
Chelsea, are you a believer?
Yes.
Okay, so can I ask you what your specific goals are for the next 365 days?
Right now.
Y'all are about to get some free business coaching, so pay attention if you want it. Chelsea, what is your specific income goal for the next 365 days? How many listings do you want in the next 365 days?
60.
How many buyers do you want in the next 365 days?
20.
How will you ring your bell of victory when you hit those?
You just muted yourself.
My phone dropped. I don't know.
That's why you're dealing with energy issues. I'm very clear in the Bible when it says, without vision, people perish. I've never helped someone who was so robust in a vision board, in goals, in clarity, that had any health issues or anything of the sort.
Yes. And the vision board one though isn't up. Is that because you had to be there?
Should be
When
up.
you go on to CIC, it's one of them like when we did our breakout classes where it's not there. It just says what it was.
Let me write that down to ask. It should be up.
Okay. Unless I was having a technical issue, but I've checked multiple times.
So I've asked you guys a few times, and I think only one of you have messaged me, to be honest. It's a bit of a spanking from your head coach. I've asked very specifically, what do you guys want me to train you as we close down the year? Because how you close out your year will be directly reflected on how you start your year. And so whether it's goal setting, whether it's vision boards, I have made $10 million plus myself purely on vision boards, goals, clarity. And you guys won't ask. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just train how to color in a coloring book, perhaps. Aprilli said, train whatever it is you want. Maybe I'll just train how to put on some lippy stick.
I think ending the fourth quarter, because that's going to define 2026.
You're right.
So for me, it's vision board, goal setting, and creating a pipeline.
So I'm doing something kind of cute, Robbie. I was cleaning my room and I found my mini Christmas tree that I had. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna make my manifestation tree.
Perfect.
I'm gonna start putting stuff on there and so I can see it every day, what I want, how to set my goals.
I love it. That's so cute. So cute. Such a good idea. I should do that in my office.
I was thinking of making like a little series with it.
Yeah.
And then like every time I accomplish something, like taking it off, like when I buy something that I want, take it off and put something new on there. But yeah.
Like an angel tree. Attach it to somebody's going to win because you won.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I'll tell you guys this. Would you guys believe me if I said to you, all the income, all the strategy, all the listings, all the contracts you could ever want are on the other side of vision, goals, vision board, branding yourself. Would y'all believe me if I said that, or do you think I'm crazy?
Oh, it's true. It's true. It's what's missing from my business right now.
I agree. Not for you, for myself.
I would put $1 million cash on the table and bet you.
That's what's on it. That's what's in the,
Yeah.
that's what's in the, between me and that million, because that's my goal for 12 months, $1 million in commission.
Can I mention something about vision boards?
Yeah.
Just as an idea, like timeshare companies, not that I was, obsessed with them because that's where I come from. It just sounds like I'm obsessed with them, but I'm not. But timeshare companies have something good about them, that they know how to make money, and they know how to make it happen. So one of the things that big companies do when the year starts is they make a competition. Go. They make a competition between all the representatives that work there, and it turns into a competition. Can you believe it? Because who makes the best looking vision board wins, I don't know how many dollars. Yep. But they all make it with money because it's all about money. But what it is that the funny thing is that you can remember the 2 top salespeople in the floor have a vision board with the exact dollar amount. Like, I don't know who was saying the exact, Convy, right? And the exact cent amount, the exact dollar amount that they're gonna make that year, and they either make it or surpass it. That's the funny thing, because it's like it's on their vision board. They spoke it into
saying this.
So you're saying that the people with the good vision board are the top producers.
Wow, I feel
it's like a miracle.
Times.
And this is not people that make 50K a year. This is people that make $1 million a year, $800,000 a year. I mean, those are the people I used to work with, and I didn't make that money, but they made those vision boards. So one thing that stood out to me was the amount of money that they put on that board. When other people complain the recession is coming, this and that is not going to work, they just put it on the vision board. They're making more than last year. Yep. I don't know how it always happens to them,
Because you will never escape the science of the brain. God will always give you what is good for you. And he saw that it is good. When we set goals for the benefit of humanity as well as ourselves, things happen. But when we listen, nobody plays a basketball board without a goal. When the kicker in the football game goes to kick, he's got a goal. The football has to make it past the touchdown line. There's nothing in life that you can call a victory without a very visible, tangible number, place, line, whatever it may be, you guys. And we fight it somehow. We just don't do it. I can't wrap my brain around it.
I was going to plug in. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to touch base on that. What God says, you know, in the Bible that he will never give you a problem that is too difficult to bear with, that he will give you a solution, right? And some people use that and say, for example, that you don't have in your heart the goal to create something or to do something that was not meant for you. So if you can write it down and envision it, you can make it happen. You know what I mean?
Well, but if you're sitting there dreaming of taking your kids to Turks and Caicos, you didn't just make that up. That's in your spirit. You want that for your kids. What happens is when we dream of taking our kids to Turks and Caicos, our mom's voice hits us. So why do you got to go to Turks and Caicos? We live in Texas. Okay. So I'm going to talk Texas. Why do you got to go to Turks and Caicos? Just go to Galveston. Like, why do you got to go to, just go to Galveston, which Galveston is fine, but it's brown sand. Turks and Caicos, you can see the bottom of the ocean. We've been scuba diving there. Then the voices kick in and, oh, you should just be grateful that you could take them to the city pool. Like we go through all of that instead of going, why did God put that in my heart? And then sitting with it for a second. And then you'll get to where you actually start crying and you'll realize God has put that in your heart, which means it's possible. I could do this for days. Oh my God, I could do this for days. Let me say this to you guys. Saturday before we went to the college football game, my best friend said, hey, can I show you something? I said, yeah, of course. She said, she's an empty nester now. She said, I've been cleaning out my house. I have to show you something. She started crying. And she goes, look at this. And she pulled out her son's vision board that I taught him to do in 2017. He's 22 years old. And she just held it up. I said, you're seeing what I'm seeing. She goes, London, Paris for his 21st birthday, Jeep. His boyfriend is from Asia. He's got Asia on there. Barcelona. They get on the plane in 3 weeks to go to Barcelona. It says healthy living. He's lost 40 pounds. 2017. On and on and on and on and on and on. And she goes, look at this. She's the same friend that I told you guys when Rio called me. And so what do I do if I've already hit my goals and it's September? I said, add more. He was like, well, it's already September. I don't know. I've achieved that. I said, add more. She's the friend. Her goal was $2 million. She hit it in June. I said, put 3.5. She was like, girl, I can't put 3.5. It took me this long. I said, put 3.5. She hit it. I said, now put 4. It's October. She said, I'm putting 4. Think about that for just a second. We can do trainings on this. You guys show up to these trainings on this. They're powerful beyond measure. And I will tell you, every single one of you guys will achieve after you listen to me and trust me with these trainings.
You know, one thing I was going to mention is, and I know it sounds a bit cliche, but for me, so I've been with Call It Close probably like a little over a year now. And so when I went to Reach, so last year was probably like one of my worst years ever. I've been in real estate probably like going on 7 years now. And so I was a bit like outside of my norm, I should say. And it really like hit me kind of bad. And so once I went to Reach, I kept like, I'm one of those people that hear things and then I process it and then I do something with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so after I left, I was like, you know what? Okay, this is where I am. And I don't want to say beat myself up, but I just said like everything that I needed to do, everything that I wanted to do. And I am a praying person. So what I started doing was I wrote it down. So not like a vision board per se, but I wrote it down of everything that I wanted to do, what I want to accomplish, what I need to do, what I need to change, health, I mean, just overall. And so now in the morning, because in the mornings I usually have a period of like 30 minutes where I just kind of, I don't do anything. No TV. I'm not really drinking anything. I'm just like quiet. I'm in my own space. I drop my son off. Nobody's home and I'm just in my zone. So now I have started to be more intentional when I pray. And so I have found that that has been helpful. And I always ask, like I'm not really asking for those things, but I'm just saying like help change my heart or help change, how I feel or whatever, like help me to be a better person so that I can do XYZ. So I feel like that has really helped me. Like even with social media, I hate social media. And a lot of people have recently been saying, "Oh my God, girl, you're killing it." And I'm like, "Really?" Like I don't really think that I am because I'm still trying to do more because it's hard for me to let people in. But I realize that that's what people want. And I even had a client that, contacted me last week that found me online. And she told me, she said, "Oh my God." She said, "I look through your Instagram and I just love how you spend time with your family and your son has autism and I'm a teacher and I specialize in special education and I love the way you support." I mean, she went through my whole, it was all, like I started getting chills like, ooh, this stranger like reading my whole, life kind of so to speak. And we were on the phone for like an hour and probably 10 minutes into the conversation, she was like, "I mean, you're hired, but we can still keep talking." But
Yeah.
like the energy matches what I saw on
Yeah.
Instagram. And I'm not on Instagram a lot. I just cross post. And so I'm literally on Instagram for a hot second just to respond to people and I'll flip a little bit and then I'm done. I'm a Facebook person. But for her to say that, I was like, you know what? Okay. And then Mary Helen and I had a conversation on Friday for like an hour and we were talking about branding. And I was telling her where I give back to, I'm really big in like special needs community in where I live. And I serve on the board, I volunteer, like I'm heavy into that. And like autism support, the walks, the whatever. And so with every transaction I give back to that organization. And that's part of like my presentation when I'm talking to potential sellers and buyers. And they immediately, as soon as I say that, and I tell them about my son, I said, with every home transaction, a certain amount of proceeds goes to this organization. I volunteer. I tell them I serve on the board. I tell them about my son and he has autism and ADHD and how and like instantly people holds into that. So that kind of goes back into the branding, which Mary Helen and I were talking, and she was like, "You should do that," because I'm passionate about it. Like anytime people talk about, I met somebody at the fair, and they were like, "I think my son has autism," and because we started talking, and I was telling them about my son, and they were like, "I would have never thought that," and I started telling her like, "Look, here are some of the resources here," and my husband was like, "Do you realize like you really have something with that, and you really need to hose into that for real." So that's something I'm working on. I don't know if that can help anybody else in kind of where they are with this branding, but that's what I've been working on.
Well, I'm on your Facebook right now and I don't see anything about that.
No, not I spread it in there every now and then.
I mean, I'm pretty deep. And so
She went far back because I was telling her it was like the walk, and I think it was probably like last year when we did that. Because even I said that I was like, I don't even remember putting stuff like that on there. But she sees like my family, and she kept talking about that, and how you post that kind of stuff, and you're so positive with your words, and all that kind of stuff. But now it made me think about maybe, and Mary Helen kind of brought that up. Maybe I do need to start sprinkling the autism stuff in there more frequently, because that might be something.
Yeah,
So
Adela,
what I could do for you guys one day is I could, and I love to do it, to be quite honest, is analyze your social media page and show you things you probably don't even see, which is really cool.
That would be great.
And
yeah,
also like
Adele,
when you
Yeah.
post
Get me
like
on one.
go ahead.
Adele, autism is a huge topic where I live.
Yeah,
It's a huge topic, and it's very current, and I think it's even going to be more so.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It's definitely a niche.
Mm-hmm.
Just one more little thing is like Adele, I don't know, but if it's like that with me, if you went to my social media, I have yet to like jump in and show people that I'm even doing what I'm doing half the time, but people that know me know. And so then a lot of times on my stories, I post about things like maybe, and so it disappears. And so that's where, I'm not doing the reels, which I need to do more of probably because then they don't disappear. Is that right?
Stories always disappear, posts do not.
But that's the ones I feel comfortable with because then people can see, oh, that's what she's doing right now. That's awesome, but I don't necessarily want them to be able to, so that's where maybe with some of the things you've done, it does disappear. And I think it's hard to analyze sometimes because I do post stuff, but it's just my stories, and I can change that. So.
But part of that, I think, was just kind of bringing my son into it. And Mary Helen was like, no, like have him, because like one time I even had him, he doesn't come to my showings, often, but every now and then he comes. And one particular time he came inside and I took a picture of him and I was like, oh, my assistant, and, or something like that. But it's hard for me. That's where it's hard for me. And I think Robbie and I talked about this before. It's just because I'm such a private person, it's hard for me to like bring that aspect. But I do find that it's helpful because then people know like who I am outside of real estate. Like I don't like just posting about real estate. I like to also talk about my family and, I'm a soccer mom, I'm a basketball mom, and all that. And so I do post it, but it's hard for me to like post him per se, so I've gotten better with that, with trying to do that. But that's just something that I've had.
I want to say what I've already said to you before. Is you guys have got to sit and genuinely ask yourself, why do you hate social media? It is 100% the biggest money maker of your entire life. There's nothing else right now in this season, your life, that you can make as much money as you want from something like you can social media. Like, I think number one, I don't want to show my life. You've got to process that. Why? What are you scared? You're watching too many murder mysteries or reading too many or listening to too many murders. Like that doesn't happen, y'all. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And listen, I want to say this to you guys. We're so worried of being 1 out of 10 billion people on social media that are going to get a creeper. You know what? Let's worry about being the 1 out of 10 people that become millionaires because of social media. We're focused on the wrong things. Nobody's going to creep and come steal your kids. Like, stop watching that.
Well, honestly, that was what you said, and that made me start posting more of my family after we had that.
You guys, yes, but I need you to think through this.
Yeah.
Where else do you have the ability to grow, to impact, to attract? Where else do you have that ability? Y'all tell me. Introduce me to something else, please. I am obsessed with social media. I've made millions of dollars from social media. Y'all are missing it. And you don't even have to be an influencer. Y'all don't even know the brands I influence. Y'all are missing it. That's one of the biggest cry outs I have to people. You've got to re-identify your view of social media. Unless you're that good and you're just going to go speak from stages everywhere and you don't need a social media presence because people are knocking down your door trying to get you to come stand in front of 35,000 people. Cool. Then maybe you don't need social media. But the rest of us,
We do.
We do. I love social media. I live for it. It's the only place I can watch you guys succeed too. It's the only place I get to meet your son, Adele. I mean, we got to rethink social media, my friends. Because let me say this to you. What God thinks bothers you, he ain't going to bless you. You can't hate something and thrive in something at the same time. You can't hate the principle of money at church and think you're going to make money. You just can't. Like, I could do this for days.